3, 2, 1. Oh, he makes the shot, and the crowd goes wild. Oh! I always thought I'd grow up to be a professional athlete. Football or basketball, I kind of just knew I had a special talent. You could have never told me that I was gonna grow up and become a chef. Somebody people would look to for inspiration and motivation. That's how I know it's true when people say, like, you could tell God your plans and watch him laugh. He already know what your purpose is. Like, for real, I've been running from this for a long time. Back in high school, my friends would always make jokes and call me grandpa or preacher just because of the words that I would always say. And I would always try my best to make the right decision. I tried to pivot into a couple things after I graduated from college, but nothing really stuck besides cooking. And even with me cooking, I still don't get the same fulfillment that I get when I'm helping other people. That's why I wake up and I choose to do this content every day, because I get fulfilled by helping motivate people and inspire people to make choices that change their life for the better. Getting back into doing workouts that make me explosive again. I'm struggling right now because I'm just kind of getting back into it, but y'all gonna see the constant progression. People would always ask me, like, bro, you went to culinary school or something? Like, how did you learn how to cook and this and that? Nope, no culinary school, man. Honestly, my mom taught me how to get everything started. You know, I grew up the only child, so she taught me how to cook at a very young age, because a lot of times I kind of had to figure it out on my own. And it's always been something that I enjoy doing. Like, I remember in high school cooking for my girlfriend and stuff like that. In college, I used to enjoy cooking for myself on off days. And I always kind of had the creative touch, like, oh, well, let me see what this tastes like if I put this in here. And then I kind of just took it to a whole nother level. The whole restaurant and being a chef thing was honestly an out of the blue thing. Like, it wasn't planned or none of that. I told y'all this story before, so no need to kind of revisit it. But basically the point of this video is I had to pivot into something different. What's up, baby? Ready to eat dinner? Ready to eat dinner, baby? Pretty sure like 95% of former athletes all went through this, not knowing what you want to do after your sport is done. You got to understand, for most of us, it's been 15 plus years of playing the sport, our life being revolved around it, especially when you made it to a high level. I think my pivot was actually a lot smoother than other former athletes, just because I always had that mindset, like, for one, I wasn't going to be working for nobody. That really was not even in the question. Like, that was never on my mind, get a job, none of that. I always knew that I was gonna be some type of entrepreneur. It was just trying to figure out what exactly I wanted to do. Obviously, I pivoted into cooking and stuff like that, but honestly, I wanna cook. I wanna cook forever. I want that to be a skill that I continue to touch up on, that I continue to get better at. But I wanna give back to every community that I touch. I wanna be an impactful person, somebody that people look to for inspiration. I want to be that person that you read or you hear about my story and it inspire you to go out there and create your own. Being raised by a struggling single mother, I think this is the story of most young men that also went through the same thing. I can never settle for average. I want to give my mom, my grandmother, and the people that I know have always been there for me, the world. This content and me pushing out and pursuing my purpose, I know it's gonna take a little bit longer than other people who may be on the internet with negativity or doing pranks and stuff like that. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it, but that's not the path that I feel like God intended for me to take. Everything in my life up until this point has been difficult to obtain. I always had to take the hardest route to get there, so I don't expect this journey to be no different.